Rivian is a brand new startup EV car company, and it's led by CEO RJ Scaringe. And they essentially have the first EV truck to market. And I had a chance to drive one. I want to share with you a little bit about this vehicle, the brand, and who it's for. And then stay tuned till the end to see my experience driving it and my experience in off-road rally mode.
Oh wow, off-road rally mode!
Rivian follows a very similar mission to Tesla, which is to help transition the world towards sustainable energy. Rivian's putting a lot of weight into the concept of adventure, the idea that electric vehicles are great for the planet and Mother Nature, so use them to enjoy Mother Nature. And they're building vehicles to really empower you to adventure more and go off the beaten path. Now, the Rivian R1T has an EPA estimate of 314 miles, and it starts at about $67,500. It features quad motors, a 0 to 60 time in 3 seconds, a towing capacity of up to 11,000 pounds, a weighting depth of 3 feet. It has LTE, Wi-Fi capability, Bluetooth, wireless chargers, 6 USB outlets, 4 120-volt outlets, and Amazon voice commands. The truck comes equipped with a lot of tech hardware, such as 11 cameras, 5 radars, 12 ultrasonic sensors, and a 360-degree field of vision. Now, as far as measurements, this truck is 217 inches long, which isn't quite as long as a Ford F-150 Super Cab, but it's longer than a Ford Ranger. Now, Rivian, being a startup, of course, had to rethink the standard truck. So I want to call out some really cool features that I found to be really different about this truck than any other truck that I have ever seen. Let's start with the R1T's claim to fame, a special compartment known as the gear tunnel. It's a storage tunnel that runs through the width of the vehicle, in between the rear seats and the bed. This tunnel has lights and 2 120-volt outlets that make storing things like surfboards, golf clubs, and even people, yes, I could fit inside, but also the gear tunnel doors can actually support up to 250 pounds, so you can use it to sit on or stand on to load things onto the roof or in the bed or just climb into the bed. Very convenient. Not only that, but Rivian has built accessories specifically made for this gear tunnel. While riding around, my bag slid from one side of the tunnel to the other. Upon exiting the vehicle, I could not reach the bag from the same side I put it in from. However, with this shuttle sled system, it easily enables you to be able to pull it out on this drawer. Not only does that make it super convenient for getting things out, but the possibilities are endless to how you could organize this for your purposes, especially with built-in power. Ideally, a contractor could have all of their power tools ready to go on this pull-out drawer and everything fully charged. Now, Rivian wants you to use the gear tunnel shuttle with their camp kitchen. Yes, they have a mobile, bespoke kitchen, which includes a titanium 30-piece kitchen set from Snow Peak, 2-burner induction cooktop, and a removable sink and extended hose for the sink and for hosing whatever else you want off. Now, while Rivian doesn't tout the largest bed in a truck, it's measuring in at just over 54 inches, it is extremely versatile. Their truck bed has a built-in air compressor. It also has a lock cable and locking system to secure down your valuables that, if it's messed with, it activates their camera system. And then for double the security, they offer a powered tonneau cover that further helps protect your valuables. Now, the bottom of the bed does contain a full-size spare, and when it's removed, it can function as a cooler with a drain for essentially the best tailgating experience. Now, the right side of the bed has 2 120-volt outlets as well. The tailgate drops down to extend the bed from 54 inches to about 84 inches. There are plenty of cargo tie-downs, and they have a very functional cargo crossbar for purchase that was very impressive to see just how easily it can be installed by just one person. Not only that, but they're telescoping, so they can be used on the bed or on the roof of the R1T, and it allows it to be easily stored anywhere in the truck. Now, remember how I said that Rivian is all about that adventure lifestyle, hence the kitchen? Well, what's a kitchen without somewhere to sleep? Rivian also has what I thought was really cool, It's a tent in partnership with Yakima. It easily mounts to the top of the bed and is easy to fold and store. Now, I found it to be super roomy and airy, and it has a 2.5-inch thick wall-to-wall foam mattress. The more and more I saw the truck, the more I started to get excited at how fun and practical this vehicle could be to just take off the grid. Like any electric vehicle, the lack of an engine allows room for more storage, and boy does Rivian love utilizing every nook and cranny. Starting with the frunk, which is large enough for a 5'10", 160-pound guy. Don't ask me how I know. I may have experimented. And the frunk is also powered. It's a powered lift, which can be triggered from the key fob, an app, or a button hidden in the front. The doors have a similar Tesla Model S self-presenting handles, and upon entering, you are greeted with what I felt was a very attention-to-detail, beautiful interior, from the wood on the dash to the dual screens. There's a hidden Bluetooth speaker, there's ventilated seats, there's a panoramic roof, USB-C ports behind the headrests, the stitching, the wireless charging, the etched Rivian brand in the wood. I mean, it was all just beautiful attentions to detail. On top of all that, you'll find a screen in the rear seat that allows for climate control. It actually supports quad climate control, and a pass-through from the rear seats into the gear tunnel. Did I also mention that the rear windows roll down all the way? Of course, remember how Rivian loves storage. Well, it continues to the inside. There's storage in the doors, behind the seats, in the center console. There's a floor compartment between the driver and the passenger. But there's also storage underneath the rear seats. If you lift up the rear seats, there's storage in there as well, along with a Meridian subwoofer for the sound system. And while we're on this topic of storage, you remember the gear tunnel doors? Yeah, well, there's storage in them as well. And as an icing on the cake, you will find a flashlight in the driver's side door for those adventures when you're out in the wilderness. Now, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But I really like the traditional truck style mixed with some very Rivian cues, like the headlights and the cross LED light across the front. I was gushing at the overall look and beauty of this truck with the attention to detail, like their logo, the compass, which can be found in so many places, or even the pill shape that they use everywhere, from the lights down to it being embossed on the truck bed. These small attentions to detail are typically found in high-end brands. Now, before I continue gushing about the look and design and attentions to detail, this is a truck. I know that this is going to be a fun truck to have, but in the end, it is a vehicle, and it has to get you from point A to point B, and so that brings us to the test drive. Now, the course that we went on is mainly off-roading, and it ended with a 0 to 60 launch. So let's dive into my experience driving the Rivian R1T.
And I'm going to recline this seat back a little bit, so you just got buttons right here on the side. All right, and we're in off-road mode. Okay. Steering wheel feels good?
Okay.
All right, we're good to go.
And at the end of this fence line on the right, we're going to turn around onto the grass. And then when we get to that part where we're going to go down the steep part, we're just going to make sure that we watch where we put our tires. But everything else is just follow the ruts.
Look at that. It's so soft.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, look at the little things coming up, the bushes. Oh! Okay, I have never off-roaded in my life, by the way. So, this is really fun.
This is like a good teaser to off-roading.
Now, going off-road in the R1T is a whole lot of fun. You can hear it in my voice. One thing that was really cool was the ability to use the camera in the front of the vehicle to see on the screen, especially when you go over ledges. However, I was a little disappointed by the resolution on the screen. It didn't even seem to be 720p. It seemed almost like a 480p resolution, and it didn't do the sight justice, especially as you came up on a hill and you were overlooking. It's just kind of nice if that was HD. Now, maybe that might be able to be improved on a software update, but as of right now, I definitely wanted to see that to be more high def.
Tires, so that it really helps to like place the tires exactly
Oh yeah,
where you want
look.
them.
As I'm turning the tire, you can see it moving, so you know exactly.
We did like crazy off-roading in Breckenridge in Colorado.
Yeah.
And this was the handiest part of the whole thing.
Oh my God.
So you see that rut there? You see how there's a bump on the left? Stay inside of that bump on the left is all.
Okay.
Yep, perfect.
Oh my God, like this comes in super handy because I can't even see in front, but I can see here at least like it's not a cliff. Oh my God.
There you go. We're gonna go right. We're gonna go right.
You're doing great.
We're gonna go around this lump here.
You got it.
Very nice.
Good job.
You're doing good.
Yeah,
Oh, this is slick.
you did
Okay.
And then just nice and slow, we're gonna go right through that gully. Just follow the ruts.
great. Are we gonna get our after?
Wow.
We'll just leave
I mean, no, it's true.
No, we're
though.
gonna
It's-
come back around.
So we're going through this little
Yep.
dip in here?
Just nice and slow, because that'll test the ground clearance a little bit.
Yeah.
Very good. Great job.
Whoa, it looks like your hood is gonna like get smashed, but it. Wow, it handled it like a champ. Jesus. And it really like, I think I went off-roading one time in like high school. And I mean, from what I remember in that is it was just like, it was very rocky. And this just feels so, I don't know how you make off-roading feel smooth, but this is definitely that. Yeah, this is like luxury off-roading.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we were on off-road mode,
Yeah.
and then the off-road mode does, like, how is that different? Like, if I were to do that in all-purpose mode, how would that be different?
In off-road mode, the gas pedal gets a bit more sensitive, so you get a lot more travel to be like
okay.
to have really good resolution over
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the pedal's doing.
I definitely felt that.
And then it puts it automatically into high ride height.
Got it.
Softens the dampers.
What about suspension?
Yeah, so it softens the dampers. It raises it. And then in all-purpose, it's just kind of in the middle. It's
The best of everything.
Yeah,
kinda
yeah.
just-
But you can still do like all-purpose high, and you can keep that pedal map. But then there's
Oh, okay.
a few other things behind the scenes.
And then conserve mode would probably, I'm guessing, drop it down lower.
Yeah, it lowers it, and it disconnects the rear drive unit. So then you're down to a measly 430 horsepower.
Measly, yeah. Oh, so it basically becomes in just like a...
Becomes front-wheel drive.
Front-wheel drive.
And it lowers for aero and also to kind of flatten out the half shaft so you get better powertrain efficiency.
What's the range then if you're going... So right now I have 150 miles.
And conserve?
But it'll actually show you
all
live. So if you go to, you
depends
see it.
on
Oh yeah, it
how
looks
the
going up.
person drives.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going up.
Yeah.
It went from 152 to now 162, so it easily gave me 10 more miles.
Yeah, and then in off-road again, like it'll be a little
Yeah.
bit more.
I think what you said was, for a first time off-roading, this is like the best.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, well
we're gonna go
even
left?
seasoned
Yep, just follow the
off-roaders
signs.
say it feels like you're in cheat mode or something.
Yes, that's
'cause
exactly.
It makes it so easy. It really does, especially with the drive mode. Just easily being able to switch into off-road, and then having additional options when you're in off-road makes it so much easier.
But I do see what people are saying is like, when the windows are down
Yeah.
and you're going off-roading, like you're just hearing the crumbling of the rocks
Or nature.
and
like,
nature, the birds, like...
Yeah. When we were in
I'm gonna raise you up
Colorado,
here.
we rolled
Yeah,
'cause we're
up
gonna
on
go up this
mountain
hill.
roads, and they didn't even hear us, so they didn't move.
Oh, up, oh.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a cool shot.
And so it's
Okay.
a little bit rutted out, so just go ahead and crawl it up the hill.
Okay.
We're just leaving it in all-purpose. We don't really need the off-road mode for this.
Oh, wow. Oh my God, are you nuts? And we're not sliding.
All the way up.
Yep. And
Dude, I can't see
use
anything.
the cameras.
Use the camera.
Wow.
And then we're gonna make this left and go right on down.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa. No way, this is sick. Oh my God.
And then I'm gonna put you just back at standard height, just for fun, and just follow the road.
Okay. What's a safe speed to go here?
I mean,
This is a safe speed.
I was doing it at like 60 yesterday.
No, no, you weren't.
but
Really?
There's a ton of grip
Yeah.
here.
Oh!
my God, you're right! Holy shit!
You gotta
Are
stay in
you
the,
kidding me?
you stay in the ruts
We were
though.
going 60 yesterday.
Damn.
Woo!
Man, I would have pushed it more like that. I was getting a little nervous, so I wasn't really pushing it.
The truck is so capable, I promise you.
Raj, you got 2 kids. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, definitely do what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
So even
but
here
we've
still?
we got tons of grip.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then just make the right.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
I gotta test it, man. The people's gotta know. They gotta know, is this the truck? And so far, this feels like the truck.
Keep going straight.
I don't know how to best describe the feeling that it was to drive the R1T other than it made off-roading easy. I always looked at off-roading as being difficult, but this made it easy. It made it fun. The truck is quick, it's fast, it grips where I thought I would slip easily by pushing the speed on loose gravel and soft dirt. It held, and to me, I'm no truck person and I'm no off-roader, but
Wouldn't be the first
that's pretty important if I'm looking for a truck. So I really
I
like
mean,
that.
Like, listen, people will, like, hate on me for not being a truck driver. I've had that before when I complained about, like, sizes of other trucks. But on my non-truck driver experienced thing here, dude, I should be slipping. But I'm not slipping.
Right.
Can you just focus
It's
on
got-
driving?
I am. Look at me. I'm driving.
Both hands.
Listen,
The thing is,
this truck just handles it.
This is supposed to be comfortable enough for anyone that's not a truck driver.
I would 100% agree with that. I am
Yeah.
not a truck driver, and I don't do this kind of stuff. But this
Yeah.
is damn fun.
Yeah.
And on here, I don't feel like it's gonna slip or that I'm in danger. It actually is performing really, really well.
Okay, then what happened next was we went into sport mode. It lowers the car, it activates all the motors, and it was essentially a launch where you hold down the brake, you hold down the accelerate, and then you let go of the brake, thus launching you at the top speed, which is promised to be 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Now, my experience didn't really feel like 3 seconds. It felt more like 5 seconds when I went back and looked at the video and timed it on timestamps. Here, check it out.
Okay, ready?
Hold on to the steering wheel.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh! Woo! When do I stop? Whenever I feel comfortable, 75. Okay. Woo! Okay, that was pretty nice. You could feel it hauling, just like,
Yeah, and you feel like the wheels, you don't feel any slip at all. That's all computers and magic, keeping the tires gripping on an individual basis. The magic of the...
Now, while I felt that the Rivian was quick, as is any electric vehicle for the instant torque, I didn't feel like it was as quick as like a Tesla, which is literally a launch. I mean, it throws your head back. The Rivian felt more of a ramp up, if that makes any sense. But definitely not as quick as a Tesla, but still pretty decent, and not everyone needs a launch.
Go right, go right, go right.
yeah, see, even in the rocks, the gravel,
Yeah.
right? And I did that with one hand, by the way.
Yeah,
The
that was
gravel,
great.
like you should be slipping on. And I'm sure also some of it is, these are really good tires that are on here,
They're
right?
really good tires.
What size are these tires?
We're gonna follow these guys down. They
Are
are
we on the 20s?
34. Yeah, these are the 20s. Yeah, follow this white
Left.
truck.
So I can see from like the top of the rear fender all the way up to about the top of the back window. So good visibility from here. You guys also have the sensors here if somebody's in your blind spot, which is nice. And then while you're driving, you can always pop up the cameras and that'll show you your blind spots here. I mean, so are those only just focused on the tires or will that show you your blind
These are
spots?
focused on the tires.
Okay. But you should, I mean, you'd probably be able to see if a
you
car
can
is
You
there.
can see the blind spots.
So
You
does
can also
Rivian
turn
have-
on the rear camera just by tapping that.
Oh, nice.
But that'll come on automatically in reverse.
We
Got
have
it.
something called something.
Yeah,
it's fine.
All right,
Tesla
so just
Garage, but-
roll up nice and slow until you can see where you're going on the camera, because you're not going to be able to see it through the windshield.
Oh my god, it's like a cliff.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I'm just gonna rock your brains out. Oh! Oh my god! Okay, so I'm just going straight down.
Just straight down.
And I'm not on the accelerator right now. I'm just letting it roll. Okay, I'm gonna press on the brake a little bit. But this is steep. What's the What's the, oh
Angle?
my God.
The grade.
Yeah.
You won't hit anything. You'll be good.
I don't know
Wow.
And then let's just pull right into the corral.
Now on this drive, we tested all-purpose mode, we tried off-road mode, and we tried sport mode for the 0 to 60 launch. But there was one more mode, which is the off-road rally mode. That required a different driver than myself. Check it out.
You ever hear tires squeal on dirt before?
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at that traction. Look at the traction. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Off-road rally mode. Out of my seat. I got out of my seat. Wow. Off-road rally mode. Get out of here. The traction. Okay, that's it. That's it.
Let's go find your GoPro.
So here's the thing. I loved how Rivian thought about doing an electric truck. I love the spirit of adventure. I love the add-ons, the accessories, the craftsmanship of the vehicle, and the tech that's underneath the hood. It performed well off the beaten path and will satisfy most when it comes to speed. The areas I felt that could be improved, like the UI of the display and the quality of the cameras on display, can be fixed through software updates. My only last concern is with an EV, you need to be able to charge. Now, EVs are awesome because you start every day with a full battery, which is great for daily driving. But when you start considering road trips, you have to look at the third-party infrastructure, which has been proven to not be the best experience with other EVs. Now, Rivian is creating their own charging network, similar to how Teslas have done, called the Rivian Adventure Network. They're projecting about 3,500 of these to be up by the end of 2023. So getting an R1T right now may be difficult to road trip in, but by 2023 it's going to be easier because of a dedicated Rivian charging network. I'm excited for the future of EVs and for brand new tech companies like Rivian entering to disrupt and reinvent the standard truck in an electric format.